Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Landon McBroom and Shyla Walker, the extended Ace family if you will, and everything that's been going on in the past month or so. From the breakup, engagement ring drama, to the lies and the apology. But before we get into all of the tea, let me plug the Hot Tea Twitter account where you can keep up with any updates as well as send us stories that you want us to cover. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you know when I post. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down anything you want in the comments down below. Alright, let's get into the tea. Today's video is a summary of what's been going on in the past month or so with the extended Ace family. We're talking about Landon McBroom and Shyla Walker. Landon is Austin McBroom's brother. He and his now ex-girlfriend were family vloggers. They gained a lot of popularity when Shyla got pregnant, and they have a similar family channel to the Ace family. Since the birth of their daughter, they have broken up and it's been extremely messy. Shyla has had some accusations on Landon. He's denied a lot of things, and she actually has a temporary restraining order on him. Landon now has his own YouTube channel because currently Shyla has control over the LNS channel. Shyla has said that there will be no more videos of them together, and he has been making videos on what's happening with him now that he has a new girlfriend, talking about the tea and all of that. The first thing that we need to talk about is the drama around the engagement ring. He posted a video on Instagram of this massive, expensive looking ring with the initials SM standing for Shyla McBroom. He also made a video on his channel basically saying that he doesn't know what to do with it now. Since it's custom made, he will have a hard time selling it. Even if he would sell it, it wouldn't be the same value that he put in it.
I posted that just because when I really think about that ring and I think about stuff, I think about it as a lesson that everybody should know and learn. It's just like, you can think that your life's gonna be somewhere for so long. Like, I'm gonna be a firefighter, I'm gonna be a firefighter. Also, you don't become firefighters. It's a beautiful ring. So shout out to Forever Diamond, shout out to Roman at Forever Diamonds. You did an amazing job, your team did an amazing job. I think the reality of the situation is Roman and I put a lot of hours into the ring. We talked a lot of hours about this ring. But right now I don't really know what to do about that ring. SM is still my daughter's initials, so I don't know, but we'll see about that.
At that time, people felt super bad for him. They were suggesting that he should give it to his daughter since her initials are the same. On his Instagram post of the ring, he wrote this caption saying, "We can plan out our lives and be 1000% sure it's going to go according to our plan, and sometimes it still doesn't. Maybe everything won't turn out like we think it will, but it will all turn around like God intended it to. At Forever Diamonds, New York, thank you for your friendship. Your hard work on this beautiful piece deserves to be shared regardless." At first glance, it looks like he's still hurt and probably upset about the ring and his breakup and all of that. People's reactions were really mixed. Here are some of the comments. "This is such an odd thing to post. What was the reasoning for posting this? She's punching the air right now. This was so unnecessary. Tell me you're manipulative without telling me you're manipulative. Damn, Landon, you think this was the right move?" And like I said, he posted a video on YouTube as well. He touched on the accusations of what I'm about to tell you guys, but he never mentioned who spilled the tea on what happened with this ring. In the beginning of his video, he shows a picture of a female hand wearing the ring, and at first people thought it was Shyla, but then people were questioning why it was her. Usually if you're going to be proposing to someone, you want it to be a surprise, and it turns out that they were working with the company that he mentioned in his Instagram post, and this ring was a brand deal for them, at least according to the source. Not sure if the ring had to be in a video and an Instagram post or what the deal was, but if it's a brand deal, you have some form of contract and you're obliged to do what is said in the contract. For example, some sponsored videos or posts need to stay for a certain period of time, and the creator can't put them on private or delete them.
People were saying like I posted just because I got a deal. You can't get a deal like that on a ring that's over $200,000. So that's impossible.
Anyway, the person who exposed him is Shyla's mother. She commented under the post to clarify what's going on, saying, "I'm sorry, Landon, you know you didn't pay for this. Please just stop trying to lie for clout. Please, enough is enough. Shyla paid for this ring with money she earned. You're only posting this since it was part of the agreement once you proposed, and you don't want to owe them in the future for not holding up your agreement. Making it seem as though you did all of this for her, she paid for it." And as it turns out, he didn't pay for it, Shyla did, and he was trying to get people's sympathy for this ring. Since then, Shyla has posted receipts about their contract with the company. In these receipts, you can see how many social media posts they required, the discounts they gave them for the ring, as well as proof that Shyla paid for it herself. And now let's talk about the breakup. Like already mentioned, the breakup was extremely messy. In the beginning, a friend of Shyla had shared some information on what's been happening between Shyla and Landon, even mentioning a restraining order. Shyla also posted a few subtle tweets threats, indicating that she has things to say, a story to tell. Talking about how now she understands women in toxic relationships not being able to talk right away and come forward and things like this. In this portion of the video, we're gonna go over Shyla's video on the situation. She posted a video titled The Truth on her new personal channel and said that the proceeds of it will go to 3 shelters for survivors of DV in the LA area. She starts off by accusing Landon of a lot of physical, mental, and emotional abuse, and that Landon has admitted to some of it. Shyla said that she wanted to leave him sooner, but he was diagnosed with cancer and they just had a baby together and she wanted to be there for him and his family. Shyla thought that maybe because of the diagnosis, he will change or maybe get a second chance at life that would change him for the better. She talked about the time before the diagnosis where she felt that he wasn't going to be supporting her and be there for her. Shyla talked about the day after she gave birth. He wandered off somewhere and he let her down. Shyla said that she grew resentment towards Landon once he was sick and she wanted to leave because of the way that he was treating her, but at that point she had to take care of him and the baby, and Landon was still treating her poorly, allegedly. So as you can see these texts, she was texting him being like, what are you doing? Your grandma and grandpa are here. And he's just like, okay, I'm coming back. She goes, that's so annoying. And then he says, what? I told you what I was going to do. I'm coming back. She goes, it's 2 o'clock, you have a newborn and I just got major surgery and you're literally taking the whole day off after you took the whole night off. We just had this talk and you promised even though you let me down, you weren't going to let me down with Celine. And guess what? I'm alone here and let down. Shyla said that they would fight a lot, he would manipulate and guilt trip her, and she thought it was okay because he was just saying these things because he was sick. She shared another text message of a fight. She goes, what do you want from me? He says, why are you saying goodnight? After I said that, I kicked the door, I'm sorry. I said I apologize. We were literally fine before that. I've been taking care of myself in every way. Yeah, I wasn't in the beginning and was relying on others, but not anymore. I take every pill, I'm on my Tylenol, and I'm on my mouth rinses. Like, come on, you just started pressing me out of nowhere when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like you left just to get away from me. I'm going through something and it's not easy and I'm sorry if I act up sometimes. You're backing away from me. Shyla said that she realized he wasn't going to change for the better. Allegedly, he told her that he wanted to be just like his brother, meaning all of the rumors that Austin and Catherine have this family, but Austin has a whole separate life out of that. You know, all of the cheating allegations and all of that. So Shyla stated in her video that once Landon told her that he wanted to be like his brother, that she knew it was over between them. She was devastated because she really wanted their relationship to work out. She really loved and cared for him. The final straw for her was that one night that he went to his room and deleted all of their Instagram pictures. They lived in one house but were sleeping in different rooms at the time. She said that they still lived together in the same house while they were working out the terms of everything. Moving on, apparently Landon didn't really provide for the family. He didn't have his own income. Prior to their breakup, she was the one paying the bills. She was paying for the rent, the cars, she paid to support his boxing career. Shyla said that aside from YouTube, she was making money by investing in other businesses. Meanwhile, he could only provide revenue by making videos on their channel, but he didn't even want to film. Shyla told him that he needed to find a way to support his daughter, and after the breakup, Landon's mother contacted her and told her to give him access to the channel so he can post. Shyla told her that she never stopped him and that she isn't holding the channel hostage or anything like that. Shyla ended up giving Landon a loan to help him financially. He said that he would pay her back after the TikTokers versus YouTubers boxing match that Austin organized, though we know that nobody made money off of that and there were lawsuits coming to Austin. Shyla wanted him to do well so her daughter could be taken care of. She didn't want to be petty, after all Landon is the father of her daughter-in-law. Another instance that happened is that Landon's mom allegedly tried to steal money from Shyla. Shyla heard a conversation between Landon and his mom one day and she got suspicious. Her mom radar went off. So she took his phone and locked herself in the car, went through the messages, and she said that his mom tried to log into her business bank account and tried to steal money. It's no surprise to hear about the Ace family scamming their fans, but to hear that Austin and Landon's mother is doing something sketchy like this. Shyla included a video from that day, and Landon tells Joe, someone who lives and works with them as a videographer, to take the baby and go. At that time, Shyla said that she had a broken foot so she couldn't chase after him.
You need help.
No,
You're such a liar. You're trying to manipulate me. On the messages. I literally have to record this because I don't believe you. I saw your mom going through my bank information.
Then she freaks out, understandably so, and she calls 911, puts them on speaker to show that she is serious about this, and the crazy part is that there is an official public record of a 911 call. She shows the transcript of the conversation, and she goes on to show more footage and clips. Later on, Shyla had a meeting with Landon's mom and they were negotiating on what she can keep and what she can leave for him. After that meeting, she went to her car and had a breakdown. She shares clips of her having a hard time with the situation.
Right now, yeah, Mama, we're sitting parked right now in the car because I'm fearful to go home. I believe they're trying to kidnap my daughter. Proof of them gaslighting, trying to tell the whole world I'm crazy and trying to convince other people. They've stolen. Landon and his mom have stolen. And like, I'm literally out here in my house shoes. Like, I just left with her. Like, I'm terrified they're gonna take my baby and I'm not crazy.
Shyla also talked about the restraining order that she got. Landon has spoken about this, basically saying anyone can get a restraining order, and Shyla got one to be dramatic. Shyla revealed in her video that she got the restraining order because Landon had 2 guns in the house, and when he packed his things, he took them with him. She was afraid he might come back to the house and threaten her. Shyla also added that she got an emergency restraining order on her and her daughter, and that's why Landon's family couldn't see the baby, and anytime Landon would see her, it would be through a visitation center. And this pretty much summarizes Shyla's video on the topic. And like we already mentioned, Landon started a new channel where he discussed some of the breakup and told his side of the story as well. One of the recent videos is called The Real Truth, where he addresses the video that Shyla made. In that video, he claimed Shyla was manipulative and crazy. He showed a secret video recording of them trying to negotiate terms, and in that video, Shyla is very upset and frustrated. Meanwhile, he is staying super calm.
That's something that's really should be checked out and should be evaluated because I don't think that's normal. Who's the more calm ones in the entire meeting?
Landon tries to make it seem like their friend Joe recorded the meeting for his own sake to not be called a kidnapper or something along those lines.
I want to thank Joseph for recording everything like he did. Once her recent video came out and he saw, again, how outlandish it was, he provided me with this footage of this meeting. The only reason why we have this footage is because Joseph was scared and was filming to protect himself. Thankfully, again, so thankful that he recorded himself. Since the meeting was so long, he actually ended up getting or capturing the entire meeting.
But in the video, you can clearly hear a microphone rustling and making noise. Oh, and he has a blanket on his shoulder, so it's not crazy to assume that he had it as a cover-up of a secret mic.
No! Shyla, sit down! Give me back. Shyla, you need to calm down.
Spoiler alert, he gets caught lying. He confirmed in this video about the engagement ring brand deal, but in one of his previous videos, he said you can't get a deal on a ring like that.
Engagement ring. So she even goes even further to put the actual agreement up for you guys to see. If you guys didn't see it here, we're gonna see it right now. You guys read what the contract says, you see everything that it says.
So which one is it? Then he goes on to say that if Shyla was so scared of him, why would she want to film a video with him for the ring? I don't know, maybe because you guys signed a contract and she wants to get it over with? Plus you made a video and posted about the ring, so it wasn't easy to get out of the contract, Landon shows a clip of Shyla trying to make it seem like she was the crazy one in the relationship, saying he wasn't an abuser or an aggressor or anything like that, but he doesn't really give any context to some of these clips.
As every time, the mother is emotional, she acts out and she just throws out a bunch of lies.
Call your mom. Call your mom. No, you know what? I don't even want you to take my daughter anymore. I don't trust you guys. You guys are trying to take my daughter. When it comes to my daughter, I'm gonna be crazy every time.
It's coming to me and you. You're just crazy.
What am I crazy about with you?
Another statement in his video was that he didn't want to film many of the videos about him having cancer or going through treatment, but he did it because that was the way that he could provide for the family by making content. He addresses that Shyla said in her video that she didn't want a nanny. While he was getting treatment, Shyla took care of him and the baby. She shared that she was exhausted at the time. She told him that once he got better, he needed to try and help her out with the house and whatnot, and he suggested hiring a nanny. And in his video, he calls Shyla a liar because they had a nanny. He goes on to interview this woman who confirms that she took care of their child, but this woman ends up being his aunt. There is a difference between hiring someone to look after your child and a family member helping out. Allegedly, Shyla wanted the aunt to sign an NDA because at one point her and Landon had broken up and she didn't trust his family. Then he talks about him and his family finally being able to see their daughter. Since Shyla had a restraining order, it was more complicated to see the baby. Landon shows messages Shyla sent to some of the family members, but those messages only show him and the family in a bad light. So this is confusing. What was the point with these messages? He goes, "You owe me, thank you. I hope you and Soul are doing okay." Shyla says, "My daughter came home with a red mark on her neck and said Auntie did it, so I can only assume it's you. If I find out you're doing some funny to my daughter because of your dislike for me, it's not going to be good. Your ugly, gobbly turkey neck looking..." I don't know. Landon said that when Shyla is upset, she comes up with lies. He continues on to say that he is a good father despite what she is saying about him. And next, he discussed the money stealing accusation. Landon said that when they were together, he was never part of the banking and finances. And when they broke up, he wanted to get more involved because he was suspicious. He said he gave his bank information to his mom, but he had a joint business account with Shyla. And then he talks about the incident when Shyla took his phone and saw that his mom was trying to take money from her. He said that Shyla asked for his phone so she could find hers. Then when he realized she locked herself in the car, he ran to get his phone. Okay, but if you have nothing to hide, why are you so scared that she's looking through your phone? Throughout his video, he is calling her crazy and unstable and that she can't be around the baby when she's frustrated. In her video, she said that they tried to take her baby away. In his video, he is saying there was no kidnapping. But in hers, you can see in the receipts the 911 call and what they said there. He moves on to talk about their meeting and that secret video recording that he had of her. Landon and Shyla had a meeting where they discussed their finances and what they will split and so on. Present at the meeting are his mom and her mom. His whole point about this meeting was that he and his mom were super calm in comparison to Shyla. In his words, she was the emotional and super upset one. Clearly, she's trying to show how these actions have affected them and he is just trying to make her look unstable. Landon said that Shyla filmed herself in the car after the meeting is calculated, but your video of the meeting is not? How does that work? It looks like he's trying to cover the mic with this blanket on him, plus you can hear the noises of the mic. Like, how is this not calculated? Then he shows a video of her dad apparently being on Landon's side.
Let's talk about her father, who she goes in a little bit and tries to discredit him because of how he's been on, substance abuse, he's been on and off drugs, he has these mental health issues, yada, yada, yada. She also says that she hasn't talked to him in 5 years. That's false. Regardless of these issues that you're claiming that the dad has, he still knows her. He still knows his own daughter. And he also said a lot of things that were really true. Here are some clips of him just talking about her situation.
She'd be better with the McBrooms, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that they would harm her.
Shyla has expressed many times that she doesn't have a good relationship with her dad and she's not close with him. She said she's tried to get a restraining order on him and that he's mentally ill. It looks distasteful of him to bring her dad into this when she has stated that she doesn't have a good relationship with him. He ended this video by saying that if she would respond to this video, he would have no choice but to release more footage of her that would make her look even worse. He said that after he posted an Instagram picture of the meeting, her team reached out with a cease and desist. And a few days ago, he actually posted a new video saying he's sorry. Although no apology can be found, and people in the comment section seem to feel that way too. Some even think that he's only posting about the situation for the drama and the money. In his new video, I'm sorry, he is all over the place. He started off by asking why Shyla all of a sudden did not want to post about their child. Shyla has removed every single photo of their child from their socials, and Landon is asking why it's a problem now, but before they would post all the time. The funny thing is that he says he doesn't understand, but at the same time he talks about how social media is toxic and has affected his family and his daughter's life.
Posted Soul on our Instagrams every single day since she was born, every day. Soul had her own Instagram that was on the mom's phone that she ran by herself. Nothing was an issue about posting her kid, nothing, literally, until we broke up. Point when your social media stuff and your social media presence can affect your real life. And it is now affecting my real life and my real daughter.
It's understandable after all that drama between them why Shyla wouldn't want their daughter to be on social media, so I don't know how he cannot grasp that, acting confused and all, but at the same time saying this drama has affected his family. Is this a Trisha Paytas level contradiction? He goes on to say that after his video, The Real Truth, a lot of people have messaged him that they are on his side, and that those people have been talking negatively about Shyla and sending her hateful messages. They would screenshot them and then send it to him, proving that they are on his side. Landon says that he doesn't want or support that type of behavior at all. That's the point of his video, wasn't to send hate to her.
People who support me, or maybe people who just resonated with the video, resonated. And what they'll do is they'll send like this long, nasty message to Soul's mom on Instagram, send it, screenshot it, then send it to me being like, we got your back, you know? Every day. I don't want that. Please stop doing that. I said in both videos that I do not want that. I don't want what I'm saying now to retaliate and people go on her. I never wanted that. How would Celine feel if she knew people were calling her mom a wishing her mom? Like, that's my kid's mom, bro. That would break her.
But then he received backlash because in that video, he was portraying Shyla as crazy and unstable in the relationship. He would take a clip of her being frustrated and emotional and would use that as evidence of her being like the bad guy or something. So people would compare what he's saying in the old video and this one and being like, how can you say that you don't want hate her away but also do this to her? He said that people need to stop hating on her in order for them to co-parent in peace, that he is over the back and forth bashing and he wants to make it work. Then he starts to talk about how important it is to have a dad in your life and that his daughter is lucky to have a dad like him. He brings up the fact that Shyla doesn't have a dad figure in her life and that she wasn't close to her dad and that affected her a lot.
Mom never had her dad like that. And I know how that affected her. We had a whole YouTube video, if you guys remember, on how that affected her. She had a video on LNS crying about it.
Not to take sides, but this sounds really nasty and unnecessary to include in the situation because in his last video, he used footage of her dad supporting him and standing behind his actions. He knows that bringing her dad into this and making this statement would trigger her in a way. It looks like he is just trying to use this to gain sympathy and make her upset. Also, he tries to make this point of wanting to get over the drama and co-parent, but at the same time throughout the video, he makes small comments on Shyla that seem spiteful. One of which is that allegedly she's keeping the baby away from his grandparents and they don't have much time left, so she shouldn't ignore their texts when they want to visit or see their granddaughter.
The reason why my grandparents should text the mom trying to see Soul and not get a response. What do her great grandparents have to do with her dad? Over all this child, I'm over bashing. If she wants to continue to like talk, like then it's just her against herself at this point because I give up. Like I'm done.
Not sure if this video is supposed to do damage control or what, but it makes him look worse and just shows that he's contradicting himself. And here are some of the comments and what people think. One user said, "This man is all over the place." Someone else said, "All I heard was Soline's mom did this, this, and this, but don't hate her and don't bash her on my behalf. Have you titled this 'I'm sorry' but not mentioned an apology?" It's funny how he says social media can affect your life and is affecting my real life and my daughter's, but yet still doesn't understand why Shyla doesn't want her kid on social media anymore. I can't believe that this man keeps going, "We don't care anymore. Focus on your baby." So yeah, this has been a really long video. If there is anything I've missed on this topic, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, do comment down below your opinions on the topic. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. That was pretty much it on this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. We post new videos every single day. Alright, bye-bye.